Hello and welcome to this week's video. Today we're building bag 2 of Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider. I showed you the box in the first video, so so I'm not gonna waste time and storage with that. So we're gonna build bag number 2 and continue with this book of instructions. So last video we built we got Rocks and Rogue. Hold on, there we go. Last video we got Rocks and Rogue out of the bag along with the torso of the mech. Today we're gonna be building the second bag. That'll be fun. Jeez. Find it out. Like, I'm not gonna dump out the bags that are still in here because I could lose more of the. I could end up losing the parts from the bag of spare pieces that I had. I'm gonna keep the bag of spare pieces out along with the separator because you never know when you'll need a brick separator. Oh no. Okay. Just put all this stuff in here. This is the stuff we don't need today. Today all we need is instruction booklet 1 and instruction booklet 2. So I'll set this over here. And now let's get started. So today it's bag number 2 as I just said. And oh no. And by the looks of the pieces inside the bag, it's gonna be the legs and the sword. It's gonna be the legs and the staff. Actually, it might just be all the limbs. I think it's actually all the limbs, including the sword. So that's gonna be awesome. Alright. Just gonna pour out the small bag right now. Oh, so you know the deal. I'm gonna build one more bag of this set. While I just talked to you guys. Oh, we also needed the vinyl piece. There we go. All right, here it is. There is the vinyl sheet. I just grabbed the whole thing because I don't want to tear it off just yet and just have it sitting there. So we're gonna set that down over there. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so right over there right over there in the room, where my little brother is currently whoops, I put that on the wrong side. We were watching Despicable Me 4. I don't know. I just wanted to watch a movie, and I said, and he didn't want to watch The Rise of Gru, so we just kind of agreed on Despicable Me 4. It's a great movie. It's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. At the time of recording, it's like 5:30, something like that. So I didn't want to. So I wanted to go ahead and record before I ran out of light. So yeah. Yeah, and you know the movie, and you probably know the movie's like an hour long, so it's like an hour and a half long. So I just kind of came over here and grabbed the stuff to record. I'll go back to finish the movie with him once I finish recording. But okay, so. I do believe the first leg is complete. The first leg, not exactly the foot. The foot's not the foot. I haven't even built the foot yet. Anyway. So what do you think of Despicable Me 4? I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. It was a fun way to end off. To cap off Despicable Me, at least for now until they make another one. I don't know. It seemed like a finale to the world of Despicable Me because because like at the end it showed every villain we'd seen before, including Vector, which I have no idea how they got him back. So yeah. But let's be real. They're never gonna stop making Despicable Me movies with the popularity of the Minions. So that's just so. I mean, we're never gonna lose Gru, but I don't know. Anyway, the second leg is now complete, or at least the leg itself, not the foot. Anyway, now we're about to build the foot. We're doing this twice. I'm just gonna. I'll run it back after. I'll run it back after I build the first one. Flies. Hate it when they do that. Anyway, what I was talking about. Right, Despicable Me. So let's be real. They're never gonna stop making those movies. And honestly, I don't really mind it. I always thought Gru was a cool character, and that world is the world of Despicable Me is just a really cool world, because it's just a really it's just a cool world, because like the idea of a world where instead of like murder and stuff like that, villains just like villains steal national landmarks. Like it's a fun idea to think about. It's a fun idea to think about because usually the villain trope is like someone who wants to destroy, conquer, or simply or simply take control of the world, or simply take control of another world. So it was honestly pretty cool. So it was honestly pretty cool to see villains stealing national landmarks. I honestly wish that they would go back to that. I wasn't there when the first movie came out, but I didn't watch them first. I didn't watch Despicable Me when it first came out. I don't know whether or not. I don't actually remember what year it released, but I don't know. But I do still enjoy watching it every now and then. Mainly because I've been watching it like as of recent, because I've been watching Despicable Me movies as of recent because they're on Netflix. Well, most of them are on Netflix. They're all of them except for The Rise of Gru and the third are on Netflix. So yeah. Anyway, we have now completed the 2 feet. They're like smaller versions of the feet on Lloyd and Aaron's Ninja Team mechs. Honestly, I don't mind that. That design is pretty cool, and it means we get to see these again. Sure, it's less to stand on, but in the end, it looks really cool. I also like the fur like thing, like the fur shorts on the mech. You don't see stuff like that very often, and it really fits the minifigure, because the actual Rogue minifigure has those things on the torso. So it's pretty cool to see when a minifigure's design is also brought over to the mech. Speaking of the mech, I don't really know why, but this mech in the show came from the land of Lee. I don't know why Lee had just like a dragon mech. It doesn't make sense in a place like that, but I don't know. It was cool to see, and it was cool to see something like that in a place where you wouldn't expect something like that. And it was just neat it was also neat to find, and it was just straight up neat to find something. And it was just straight up cool to see Jay just like hijack the mech from the Lees, which you wouldn't expect from the actual Jay, like Jay himself, in his right mind, but you would totally expect something like that from Rogue, the rando mercenary. Anyway, we have now completed the first arm. It's a bit thin compared to the rest of the body, but I don't know. It's probably meant to be covered. By the looks of the box, it's meant to be covered up by this thing. So which makes more sense. Anyway, now we are building the second arm. As of recent, I've been watching a lot of videos about the Switch 2, and I don't really know what to think about it. I know Mario Kart World. I've been doing a bit of research, but I know Mario Kart World is just not worth the price. Apparently it lacks features that Mario Kart 8 had, like balloon battles and things like that, which is just kind of it's just odd. You're paying more for less, which you're paying more when it's missing less, when it has less, so which is just it just doesn't seem right. But that's besides the point. Forgot the sticker sheet in the box. Hold on. Forgot to grab the sticker sheet. Gotta find it. Hold on. I'll just pause the recording while I search for it. All right. I found the sticker sheet. It was at the bottom of the box. So now we can finish up the upper part of this arm. Hold on, I'm trying to focus to get the sticker on right. Perfect. Like non-existent. I kind of have like a bit of OCD when it comes to putting on stickers properly. It's not like an actual disorder. I'm not talking about like an actual disorder. I'm not making fun of people who have that, but because I mean it doesn't seem very fun, but. I mean, it doesn't seem fun. I don't think that's obvious, but when it comes to putting on stickers, I just like to have them as best as humanly possible. Of course, I am human. I make mistakes occasionally, so I have to shift them on. I have to slowly shift them into the right place. But I don't know. It's just I don't know. I like to have my stickers on like in a good way. Like I like to have them look good. All right. So that's the second arm. It's got this like wool, not wool, it's like fur thing. It's got this fur arm, like I don't know, shoulder pad thing along with the rogue symbol. I don't really know what that is. It looks more like it honestly looks like an upside down. It honestly looks like a tooth. It looks like an upper row tooth, like a fang, like the fang of a dragon. So yeah, I don't know, it's cool. Dad just arrived. So now the time has come. The vinyl piece. You gotta love it when Lego makes these things, like these vinyl pieces. They just look so good. They look great, and they look great on a figure. I mean, sure, the cloth ones are cool and all, but oh no. Oops. Oh jeez. All right, fixed it. I was putting on this thing. I was putting on this banner thing, and the piece on the back that it attaches to snapped off. And okay, that's not good. Okay. Alright. I'm not trying to like crease it or anything, but just yeah, okay. So this is oh no. I'm back. Dad just went inside and I don't know, I guess Mom opened the door to, I don't know, see if Dad was back. I don't know. Anyway, I got the fur thing on. And I guess this is where a cloth becomes more handy because it actually bends at will, but But this is still pretty cool. It's got the R and J symbol like down here, you know, R and then J back here for Rogue J. Just like the minifigure. The minifigure has like those like tassel things on like along this side. One of them says R, the other one says J. Just like the favorite Rogue, like as Rogue J. So yeah, and honestly, it looks really cool. This whole thing looks really cool, and it actually looks a lot like that claw piece. Not piece, but it actually looks a lot like that claw symbol on the back of Rogue himself. So yeah, I don't know. I like it when Lego sets incorporate pieces of the like bits of the minifigure, but yeah. So it's just attached by a ball joint sticking out of the right arm, along with a ball joint sticking out the back. Just sort of slides in, and you got yourself a cloth piece or a bit of and you got yourself like a back thing. I don't really know what this is supposed to be called. Mosquitoes everywhere. Anyway, I don't really know what you're supposed to call it, but I don't know, it looks cool. Anyway, now we are building the staff for the mech. Right now, all right. So this is like the giant staff that it has. Oh, I did not do that correctly. I put the giant one up front instead of the small one. Anyway. All right, and fixed. All right. Just attach that right there, and behold, the staff of the mech rider, of the mech dragon rider. Oh wait, forgot. One more thing. There's like lantern thing just hanging off the back of it. I don't really know what to call it, but along with a tassel underneath. Honestly, I like it when Lego like modifies something as simple as a lantern by adding like a special detail like this tassel thing, or like I like it when Lego modifies like things like a sword or like a spear by just adding like something like a tassel to the end. It adds to the detail and makes it look better. Anyway, anyway, we now have the weapon of the weapon of choice for the mech, the spear. You know, this. Sorry, the video cut. Ran out of storage. I freed up some storage. Anyway, this is now the mech. I've shown you as I've built it, but on each leg there are these like grills on the side, on the fur things. It's just mirrored on the other side. There's the giant banner on the back and the wooden things, the wooden accents around it. This banner thing. It's got those like those modern mech finger pieces, which are pretty cool. And I don't think I ever actually got a mech that had these used as mech fingers. They were always as like details on like dragons and sets. But yeah. Anyway, there's a spear. And like if you weren't paying attention to what I was saying, if you weren't paying attention to the last video, it's pretty much the exact same weapon that the minifigure Rogue has. They share a weapon, which is pretty cool. And like I said, it's got a clip on the back to place the minifigure. So yeah, on this arm you got the fur thing along with that tooth symbol, and of course the cockpit. It's not too interesting, but I mean, it doesn't really have to be. I mean, it's a cockpit. There's also this core thing, which is pretty cool. It's always cool to see mechs show like a power source just like somewhere. It's pretty cool. And of course the banner. I don't think many mechs do this, do that kind of thing these days because that was more of a core thing, you know, with the friendship banners and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, now for the whole point of the mech. Of course, I told you there you can put this spear on the back, whether it's upside down or right side up. Just clips onto the back like so. And of course, the actual function of a mech for a minifigure to be put inside. So you just take your Rogue minifigure. It doesn't have his shoulder pad piece and the scabbard, because if he did, he wouldn't fit in the mech. So you just clip him, you just attach him on there with the bottom of his feet, and close them, and then close the cockpit right around him. He fits in there pretty well. He fits in there pretty snug, and I mean, they're ball joints. It's got pretty good posability. No hands, but I mean, for a mech this size, you don't really need hands. It just look weird, but this arm can also move pretty emotively, with a lot of expression. You can put mainly because it has a lot of motion despite the cloth thing, or despite the vinyl thing being there. And as for the legs, they're pretty you can get a lot of articulation with these things. You can put them in you can put this thing in a lot of cool poses. That's the point is you can put them in a lot of cool poses, which I mean for stuff like Ninjago, that's always a plus. Like, it's not very easy, but you can balance him on one foot despite the contact parts being so limited. But yeah, and as this is a mech rider, it's got the two clips on the bottom of the torso to attach to the mech. I'll show you that once the dragon is built in a few in a few videos. But yeah. And of course, it's the sword. The sword is attached with a Technic pin to this hole here. You can just kind of close the hands up around it once there's no sword in there. But both wrists have that, so you can put that in any hand you so choose. Come on, there you go. It's a rigid axle, or it's a rigid pin. So it's not gonna be spinning around very easily, which is pretty cool because that means it's more sturdy, so the thing won't move too much. No new minifigures with this bag. So yeah, we finished up the mech with bag number 2. Honestly, it's a good mech. It's about this. It's slightly bigger than the Evo mech size, which that was always a good size mech. It was a good size mech for a smaller one, for a small scale. So this is no different. So it's a good size. That's the point. It's great for its size. It works with its